Welcome back to Ox Tools. I'm Tom. Today we got a little tool review. We collected a few things, went out to the Alameda Antiques Fair, and it's at the site of the Alameda Naval Air Station there near San Francisco. And it did pretty good. Got a few things, some interesting stuff, and we'll go through the stuff that I got and that's of interest. Couple of things. This guy here, this was a freebie. I was out walking the dog and I saw it peeking out of some bushes. It looked like somebody just threw it out, and it's a little 4-inch vise made in the USA. It's kind of even works. It's got these real fine serrations on the these linear serrations on the jaws. I'll take those out and clean them up. The swivel was frozen. I put some penetrating oil in there and now it's okay. Ouch. Anyway, it's not a super great vise, but I said it before and I'll say it again. You almost can't have too many vices. You just mount them up somewhere and pretty soon you start using them. So this one, I think I'm going to mount it to, I have a little portable kind of bench that I take outside if I have to do a lot of grinding, like those etching press arms. I think I'm just going to mount it to that and leave it on there, and then I won't worry about it, and go from there. Anyway, that was a freebie there, so nice little 4-inch vise. Next thing, we'll just kind of do it in order of size here. I've always liked the shape of these calipers. This style, this OD caliper like this, and this came with what else did I get that with? You know what? I don't even remember. These I got it with these other things I'll show here in a second. And the guy didn't have change, so I said, "Hey, well, will you throw that in there and make it an even $20 bill?" And he says, "Yeah, fine." Well, they got some corrosion on them. And and I can't read the name on them, but this style of knob here, serrated knob with a little raised thing like that, and then this knob, I believe they're Starrett's, and we'll uncover that. We'll clean them up a little bit and see if we can find a name on them. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything right now. Anyway, it's more of a you know, every once in a while you use these things. They're kind of nice for reaching over and grabbing a dimension that you can't get into. And then this is just a fine adjust here. So yeah, that one's kind of seized up. So I'll put a little penetrating oil on those and get things moving again and get those resurrected. You'll see those on the wall behind in some shot in the shop there pretty soon. So I got those. Then let's see, I got a bunch of stuff from that guy. This is the other thing that I got from him. And this is a pair of Starrett removable leg calipers. So you can take these out and you can put divider points in there, and then you can swap these around too. I believe they have a different set of fingers for doing ID work, so you can get in there. And it's missing one little spring here, which is easy enough to come up with. So anyway, these are kind of neat. The other thing you can do with these is you can take these out and you can put a divider leg in there and a pencil, or 2 divider legs, or any number of combination of things. Anyway, I have several of these, and they're kind of nice. And this was, what did I get this with? So these 3 things here, this and that was $20 right there, and which was a pretty good deal. And I'll talk about these next. So anyway, let's stare at dividers there. So these, I kind of fell in love with these. These are machinist jacks here, but I just really like that. I really like that shape. And so they're some kind of cast parts, and it's got a 7/16 thread, which is a little bit of a weird thread and kind of an automotive thread, but I just kind of like the shape of the base there. And then this one been modified a little bit. It's got a ball bearing in the top, so it had a little hard tip on it. So I might make a couple of new spiffy screws. Maybe brass screws would look cool there, and with a knurled knob on it or something like that to kind of go with that. So maybe we'll fix those up. That'll be a little project that we do. Anyway, I kind of like those. Those are pretty cool. And then this was just a stray. Now you guys know what that is, right? That's a V-block clamp. And now I didn't see any V-blocks with it, but I got a bunch of V-blocks, and making a clamp's kind of a pain, so I just kind of on a whim just bought that. It says something on it. X inspection. Yeah, I don't know. So somewhere somebody's got a V-block that's missing a clamp, and now I got the clamp. And now look, I'll go check I'll check all my V-blocks, and this won't fit. So I'll end up trading that away or something like that for somebody else. Now from that same guy, I got as part of the package with the calipers, he had a set of these, and I'll tell you about these in a sec. Bunch of different sizes here. Now what these are lathe mandrels here, and what they're designed to do is they have centers in them. And what do I have? Do I have something like stuff on there? Of course not. Nothing handy. Okay, no bushing handy. So if you have like a wheel or a hub, oh yeah, maybe this will work here. Or something silly like that. Let's see if we got one that fits. Not quite. Anyway, so if you have a wheel or a hub that has a hole in it, a precision hole, these things are tapered very, very slightly. I think it's a 0.5 thousandths per foot is what the taper on these typically is. And they mark the big end. And the big end is some nominal size. In this case, 1/2 inch or around 12 millimeters. And so that's why there's a set of them. So you can put something on there and jam it on, and the taper is so slight that it locks it very securely, and it doesn't run out. So they're kind of handy for holding bushings and gears and things with a precision bore in them in the lathe. And you put these between centers. So you put a dog on here. I suppose you can clamp it in the chuck and run it that way too if you want to. But these were designed to be run between centers. Anyway, pretty hard to make yourself, and picking a set up at the flea market cheap like that is a good way to go. I have another set, so this will be I call it trade bait, and maybe somebody like Outside Screwball or Bernie, one of those guys down in the peninsula, has something I'm interested in, and they need a set of lathe mandrels. Maybe I can horse trade with them a little bit, and part of the fun of collecting tools and that kind of stuff. So anyway, some lathe mandrels. And I'm just going to put those back over here. So the next thing here, another guy, and this is a set, and it's a partial set of telescoping gauges here. And these are made by Mitutoyo, so this is a good brand here, Japanese tools. And now I already have a set of telescoping gauges, okay, but there's a subtle difference in this type that is worth noting. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna go get my Starretts because it's worth comparing them. So be right back. Okay, so here's the Mitutoyos here, and then here's my set of Starretts that I've had for a long time. And they all come in these crappy plastic vinyl cases here. So you know, first cut they kind of look the same. So let's pull this one out. That's the Starrett. Well, here's the Mitutoyo, and you see the handle? The handle is a lot longer, which is kind of nice. And sometimes you don't have good access, and this longer handle allows you to reach in there. And the Mitutoyos are kind of nice. They got a good spring in them. And you know, when you look for these, what you want to do is make sure that they operate smoothly. So the test is you squeeze them in, you lock this gently, and then you open this. Both should come out. Or if they're the single-sided type, the one spring-loaded leg should come out, and that they're not corroded and jacked up that way. So anyway, that's kind of the test there. That they're still okay. But you can see the handle, you know, for the same size one is about twice as long, which is really nice. And that's the prime. Now, Starrett's, you can unscrew the handle. You can unscrew the handle. I'm not going to take it all the way off. And I have a couple of accessory handles that are 12 inches long for my Starretts, you know, when I get into those situations. But for $10, so I got this, and what was the other thing that... Oh no, this was 20 bucks. This was 20 bucks. That's the only thing I bought from that guy. That was a different guy. So these were $20. So I think they're worth 20 bucks. So anyway, all of them seem to be okay, and it's missing a couple, but you know, they're the little one. Are they the little ones? I don't know if they're the little ones or not. 1/2 to 3/4. Yeah, I think it is a little one. I think that one belongs there. 5/16 to 1/2. It might be that one. I think that's that one. So I'm missing 2, 3/4. Yeah, I'm missing 2. So anyway, for $20, I think that was still pretty good. Now, some guys prefer. I know Adam Booth. He likes the single-sided ones, and he's used to that type. I'm used to the kind of self-centering type. And you know, one thing you can do with the two-sided ones that you can't do with the single-sided ones is, so let's pretend I'm in a bore there, right? Like so. See that? I can move that around and kind of position that in the bore. If I have a tool sitting there or whatever, you know, I can wiggle this around a little bit and bias it to one side or the other. So I kind of think of it as getting the best of both worlds. But you know, it's all what you get used to when you're starting. You know, neither one is better or worse. It's just kind of what you get used to. And some guys don't like the long handles; they like the short handles. So you know, that's the wonderful thing about tools, is there's so many different types and you know, different flavors, and there is subtle differences in them. And sometimes you like the differences, and sometimes you don't like the differences. So anyway, so I got a set of these kind of long ones there, and I wish the other, you know, I poked around in the guy's pile and to see if he had you know, the stray ones there, but I didn't see anything. And okay, so that was 20 bucks for that. So the next thing here is this guy here. And let's see, hopefully, let me check the camera, make sure you guys can see that. Yeah, okay, I'll move it forward a little bit. So this is made by the Wilton company, and it's a vise sits on here, and frankly, I'm not sure how it sits on there. I haven't looked at one of this style in a while, but it's a kind of a ball head thing. And now I have a little tiny itty-bitty little Wilton vise that normally sits on my welding table. So what I think I'm going to do with this is I'll take this business off here, make a little plate that thing goes on there, and then I get swivel action and I get tilting action, which is kind of cool to have on the welding table when you're doing some little TIG welding or whatever. You can kind of tip that vise around and get just the right position for your hand or whatever when you're welding. And then, you know, I think it's missing the knob here. I'll put a new knob on there, and then when you lock it, it all locks down pretty secure and all that. So anyway, that was 20 bucks for that too. So, but it's a genuine Wilton, which is nice, and it's called the Power Arm Junior. And actually, I'll look it up on the web and see how they mounted the vise on that, and then kind of go from there. Anyway, so that's my tool acquisitions. Hope you liked it. These are always fun for me, you know, getting new tools. So let's do a little close up on those guys there, so you can kind of see those. So that's just a really nice shape there. So you know, we showed grinding a big radius tool bit, right? So you know, you could grind a tool bit to do that, or you could step turn that. So you could make some of these from scratch out of brass or something that would polish up real nice, and you could have a really spiffy set of jacks there. And let's see, and I'll show you these up close too. I don't think this is a stock knob, but I'm not positive. It looks pretty good though. Anyway, a little cleanup on those, and or maybe I'll trade them. Who knows? You know, we'll see. I just, and that's the I believe that's the old logo there, the old Starrett logo. It looks like the ancient one. It's because it says LS or LNS. Yeah, LNS, or no, LS, just LS. And it's got an old patent number, 1889 or something like that. Anyway, so that's that, and it's missing a little spring out of there. So anyway, thanks for watching, and well, we're going to shoot some more video here today, and continue on with this bottle rack.